am an MC from here, from Bogotá, and I have this question. So, you assert that it is important to educate people or at very early ages. What do you think should be the role of artists in doing so with their own lyrics?
Good question. Good question. Good question. Well, I made an album this year called Youth. I recorded one, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm here as well. And one of the main quotes that inspired the whole album was "Youth is wasted on the young." And it was one of the main quotes that I came across, and I said, I'm going to live with this quote for about a year, and I'm going to really decode it and find out what it means to me. And for me, I think school is such an interesting thing, and education is an incredible thing, because without it, we wouldn't be who we are. But one thing, I guess, as an artist, call me a bit hippie-ish, if you will, or a bit, like a social activist, but I feel that a lot of the things that we learn, in school and we learn throughout education are mostly for our benefits, but mostly for the benefits of others, to be honest, and other corporations and other brands. And so I guess as an artist, all I can do, is communicate and convey a message through my music in one way, but then also try and do things like this, where, I don't go around speaking all over the world all the time. That's not naturally what I do, but like I said at the start of my talk, this was an organization and a charity that felt very close to my heart, because I'm like you guys. I'm 28. I'm just in the middle or somewhere towards the end of this place of thinking about my future. And so as an artist, that's all I think you can do. You can, like I said, with entrepreneurialism, for me, the idea of entrepreneurialism is knowing how to create a business, make money from that business, and move that business into other things, and move that money into other things, and create more successes from that. And I've just tried to take my talents as a musician and transfer it into something like this, where I'm not literally doing a performance for you guys now, but I'm doing a performance in a different kind of way, and hopefully there's something else that you guys can take from this. So that's what I think you can do as an artist, and some people do it through their music, some people do it through their visuals, and some people, come to places like this and talk to incredible people like you, and that's really all we can do.
Thank you.
Next question.
Hi, Tinie. I'm from the UK as well, and it was really good to hear about your passion for entrepreneurship. I work for the Unlock Enterprise Academy, which in the UK is a network of 100 schools and colleges investing in exactly what you're talking about. But every single day we face barriers with head teachers, leaders in our schools and colleges who don't see the value of this and are obsessed with the statistics around their English and maths. What can we do as the wider community in the UK to encourage education leaders to get behind this? And also, because our passions are so much the same, I'd also like to come to the coffee. Thanks.
This is going to be a crazy coffee. No, what I would say about that is, well, I've always said there's a young guy that I work with called Jeremiah Emmanuel, and he just got a BEM, and he's doing incredible things. He's traveling around the world. This guy's 18, and I really think that he can be the Prime Minister one day, and I've told him many times. What I always say to him is the fact that you're already thinking in this way shows that you've already taken the main step that you need to take. Obviously, of course, when you're in education, the teachers have a responsibility as well. The head teachers have a responsibility as well to ensure that their job is being done. However, like I said, in this new world where we have technology, in your recreational hours, even in the playground as well, bro, to be honest. You can get on your social media and you can carry on your cause. And I guess there's strength in numbers. And one thing I'm starting to realize is as youth, we are a demographic. As this group of 18 to 13-year-olds, we are a massive demographic, in the context of the whole world. So if you can just be on your social media, with your team, and you can work hard on that and communicate to who you're trying to reach through that, you can continue to carry on your actions and what you're trying to do. And of course, there will come to a time where you are out of education and then you can continue to pursue it more. But the fact that you're thinking about it already is the amazing thing.
Thank you so much.
That's all good.
Really appreciate it. And I just came back from the States for 2 weeks with Jeremiah, actually, as well.
Oh,
so
you know Jeremiah? Amazing.
Yeah, I do.
So you guys can vouch for me. You can vouch for me if they think I'm lying.
Shout out to Jeremiah. You're going to be the next president.
Yeah, nice.
We'll take 2 more questions.
Thanks.
Yeah, hi, Tinie. Sorry.
Hello.
A bit nervous. Through a lot of the One Young World speeches, we've heard a lot about how influential music is, like with refugees and stuff like that. So I was just wondering how you think it can also be developed a bit more, and how even more powerful music is. And I'm not a really big fan of coffee, I prefer tea, so...
Okay,
yeah.
well you can come along as well. So what was your exact question? How powerful?
Yeah, how influential do you think music can be now and in the future as well?
Well, I guess, the core of music for me is that it evokes emotion, and that's why I always wanted to make music. However, I guess with a lot of young people, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's all of these young people out there, especially when we was a lot younger, that had these dreams of like being a great musician or athlete or, top lawyer in the world or whatever, but just these wild and crazy ambitions. And I think not enough people, like I said in my talk earlier, really know about all the other jobs that kind of, all come together to be able to make this one musician or make this incredible record label work. And so I think, people are always going to have a need for music and a desire for music, but I think where music can be more impactful is, through the workshops and through the incentives and through the career opportunities that it gives to young people, because you're still learning so many transferable skill sets, but you're just learning it, in my opinion, in a very, very fun environment and an exciting environment where people are actually putting their heart and soul into things as well. And so I think the more us as a label, what we're trying to do as even an independent label and as a creative agency is, with the little bit of success we've had, offer those platforms to young people around us. And even if they don't decide that they want to be musicians or producers, at least they might end up managing an artist, or they might end up setting up a tour company, or they might end up learning how to make a music video or edit a music video. And again, those skills can be transferred into all sorts of other jobs,
Okay, thank
Fantastic. And now if we can take one final question. No drinks involved.
No more coffee.
Colombia, coffee.
Hey, Tinie. My name is Gonzalo from Peru.
Hola.
Hola. Café. You have reached a point that many of us dream of getting. I think the media kind of create in our minds this thought that, being an artist, being famous, being powerful, having money, having girls asking you for coffee is the dream. But in a real way, I just want to get an understanding of what is success to you.
Success to me is fulfilling your full potential as a human being on this planet. That is what success is to me. So, and everybody has their own different way of doing it. So sometimes there's a byproduct of making music, or being able to run really fast, or being able to kick a ball or bounce a ball, incredibly well. The byproduct of that is fame or is attention or whatnot. But I'm sure if you ask most of those people feel like they're fulfilling their potential as a human being while they're on this planet. They're either training, waking up in the morning and training every day. I know Lewis Hamilton really well, and when he talks to me about his whole setup when he's racing, and I fit him into this 18 to 30-year-old bracket as well. It's like, it's literally a real sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice that he wants to make as a person, that to make himself great. And I feel like if you ask pretty much anyone at the top of their game in most of these careers that you deem as, like, I guess, celebrity or famous, that have all these fame byproducts, it's all about them fulfilling their potential. So whatever it is that you are, whatever it is that you, however it is that you think, as long as you are every day trying to fulfill your potential and do better within yourself as a human being with your time on this planet, that is what should make you feel successful, because that's what makes me feel successful.
Whoa,